Welcome, Eagle fans, to the Week 7 Eagle Football Coaches Show. I'm here with Coach Stephen Fitzhugh, and we've got a treat for you today. We're out here live with practice going on right behind us to talk about the game last week against Delhi Charter and the game that's coming up against Beekman Charter. I do want to thank McDonald's for sponsoring the weekly Coaches Show. McDonald's of North Monroe, stop by for an iced coffee or the new Chicken Big Mac. Have you seen the new Chicken Big Mac?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
Sounds pretty good.
It does sound pretty good. You can download the app for exclusive deals and features as well. So thank you, McDonald's, for partnering with us. All right, Coach, we're 6-0 right now, 3-0 in district. Big win last week against Delhi Charter, 54-14 was the margin of victory. We got Beekman Charter this Friday. It's fall break here, so if fans are wondering why we're outside today, we thought we'd do something different. Coaches had, there's always, it seems like there's something every week that you kind of have to deal with from a mental side, preparation side, whether it's homecoming or some light issues, and now we got fall break. Railroad in front of the school is being repaired yesterday. So there's just a lot of weird things going on. How do you feel about your team, Coach, this week?
I mean, we treat things the same, and we're going to try to come out this week and get better. That's our goal each and every week is to get better one day at a time, 1 week at a time. And so, there's always going to be distractions and different things and routines, whatever it may be, that you always got to adjust to. I mean, the weather. Weather's not going to be exactly how you always want it to be.
Today it is.
It is very nice today. Lord bless us, the great day weather-wise. But no, our guys, we are up here, watch film, lift, practice, and again, we're going to do the things that we need to do on a regular routine.
Yeah, well, adapting and adjusting to whatever's going on is something that I think you do a great job at as a coach. But as far as last week, the first half was really interesting of last week's game, and I'm going to tell you why. It was really kind of a time of possession, kind of an anomaly when it came to that. So I'm going to go through just a couple the drive chart for the first half. So we get the ball to start the game. We go on a 4-play, 80-yard drive. Takes a minute and a half. Cam Vullion catches a 64-yard pass for the touchdown. Delhi Charter goes on a 12-play, 74-yard drive that lasts 9 minutes. And then Aiden Eldridge makes a great play, rips the ball out, and we get the ball back deep in our own territory. So then we turn around and we go on a 7-play, 94-yard drive, 3.5 minutes. Macon caps it off with a 3-yard run. They get the ball back. Then they go on another long drive, 13 plays, 80 yards, and we have a ball game now. It's 13-7, okay? So 2 possessions. That's the end of the first quarter, 2 possessions each. There's 3 minutes to go in the half at this point. We've only had 2 possessions. They've had 2 possessions. We get the ball. We go on a 6-play, 49-yard drive, 2 minutes long, and Jude Turner scores a touchdown to make it 20-7. There's a minute left in the first half, and we still got kind of a ball game going on. With a minute left, Delhi Charter runs for a 5-yard gain. Okay, there's a minute left, and you call a timeout. Okay, so I want to ask you about that timeout because I'm going to be honest with you and the fans. I questioned that timeout. I was thinking we would just run the clock out, and I think, that was the consensus, but you call a timeout. And you look like the smart one, not me, because, they have an incomplete pass and then interceptions. Was that your thinking behind calling that timeout?
Well, we had 3 timeouts left, and you don't get to carry them over to the second half. And so, if there's an opportunity for us to get the ball back because – they were going to get the ball start the third quarter. And so anytime, we have the opportunity to try to get the ball back and we have timeouts remaining, we're going to use them, try to get the ball back, try to score again because our offense, as you read by time of possession, it's a quick striking offense. And sometimes it just takes one play. And so, that's what we're going to try to do is get the ball back. We got a chance at the end of the half and score again. And a lot of times it's a 14-point swing if you do that, and then you do start the second half in possession of the ball. That's a big turnaround.
Well, this obviously worked to a T because they throw the interception. Ridge Coach makes a nice play, gets us in good position, and then we score. Cam Vullion catches another touchdown pass to go at 27-7 at half. So that was kind of a huge swing in the last 3 minutes. We put this game, go up 3 scores, and I think that's important against a team that's going to have a hard time scoring a lot of points quickly. They're going to run the ball. That's just their forte. And you saw they had 17 minutes of possession in the first half, yet they were down 27-7. So the call you made and getting the ball back and getting that last touchdown really made a difference as far as Delhi Charter's ability to get back into the game. So, I mean,
our guys got to go out there and execute, and they did. And that's one thing they work on, getting to the line of scrimmage, making the plays, quickly executing, doing things like that. And they did a great job executing things.
So 27-7, it's halftime. They get the ball to start the second half, as you mentioned, but we score 3 times in the first 6 minutes of the second half. So from 3 minutes left to go in the first half to 6 minutes into the third half, we score 5 touchdowns,
wow.
Coach.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we are and like you mentioned, a quick strike offense, but very efficient. I thought, and you can tell me if I'm on the right track here, but Friday night I thought was Luke's best night as a quarterback. He keeps getting better and better each week, and he had a great game, 11 of 15, 207 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I thought so too. I told him the same thing after the game. I thought that was his best game of the year, without a doubt. And overall, offensively, all of them, I don't think we had any drops. Our offensive line, all of them graded out over 80%. That's the first time that's happened in a game this year. And I thought our offense clicked on all cylinders. And again, very efficient, effective. They did a great job.
So there were two plays by Luke that I want to talk about specifically. One of those was a running play where he scrambled and got out of the pocket on that side of the field right down there. He rolls out, and you can see him progress. He goes kind of high-low. He checks the deep route. It's not there. He looks underneath. It's not there, and then flushes out and runs out of bounds. Super heads-up play, high-level quarterback play. Another one was right down here when it kind of flooded a couple routes over to the side. Luke rolls out. There's nothing there, so he just kind of I don't think he threw it away, but he threw it in a place. I think it was Jude, the intended receiver, but nobody's going to catch it, even if Jude's the only one that has a possibility. So the decision making, I thought, was unbelievably mature for Luke.
Yeah, no, he grew up a lot through last year, and that's the biggest thing about a quarterback is your decision making. Don't make knucklehead decisions, and again, that just shows his maturity, that he's been through the fire for a whole year last year, and again got better and better. He's one that he's a quick learner on things, and so again, he does a great job. The keep away game that we're starting to see week after week. This is 3 weeks in a row with Madison and Rayville that really tried to just hold the ball and keep our offense on the sideline. Is that something that you're concerned with about teams maybe of a higher caliber attempting? We're going to have to stop them and then again make the most of the opportunities than when we get the ball.
Yeah, it's obvious blueprint. I would expect Beekman Charter to try the same thing, but
they run the same offense. Can I call a timeout right here?
Yep, you can call a timeout.
And then maybe we'll come back and talk about Beekman Charter. Let me run out here so we get ready to break and get going.
Coach has got to go. We'll talk about Beekman Charter here in just a minute after this break.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All right, Eagle fans, welcome back to the Week 7 Eagle Football Coaches Show. Coach had to run off and go break down the team, getting ready for practice. But, hey, it's okay because I've got 2 superstars here with me, number 8, Wyatt Wilson, and number 12, Aiden Eldridge. You'll see Wyatt playing kind of a linebacker position and special teams a lot, and sometimes rover. You play rover, right?
I do, occasionally.
Yeah. And then I got Aiden Eldridge. You'll see him at the safety position, and he rarely comes out during the game. He's a 3-year starter there. So I do want to kind of give our fans a chance to get to know you besides the way you are with the helmet on, because I know you are both outstanding out there, and we love watching you do what you do on Friday nights. Glad we're 6-0. Right, 3-0 in district play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to the kind of the final stretch of our season. So I'm going to ask you this, Wyatt. So you kind of play a couple different positions, linebacker, rover, a lot on special teams. And so you had a lot to prepare for in the offseason, knowing that you're going to be a senior stepping into that role. Talk about some of your preparation in the offseason.
Oh, well, I just went to the gym with Coach Bentley and everything, and the weight room just got stronger and everything, to some workouts. And 7-on-7's played a huge key to my success learning coverages because before that, I was a little iffy on coverages, but after I got in there and, got the deal done and yeah, I just felt a lot more confident with the coverages.
Okay, so you improved yourself physically, plus you kind of got a grasp on how to recognize certain things when you're playing multiple positions on defense.
I mainly play Will.
Well, okay.
I was a rover last year, just a little bit. I just kind of bounced around between Will, Mike, and rover, and I played Mike for a good bit. I actually played JV at Mike, but towards the end of the season, I really found my home at Will and everything. I just really liked that position. Felt comfortable there, really.
Yeah. Well, I've seen you out there on Friday nights. You do a great job, especially, I see you a lot on special teams. I know you make some big hits on special teams.
Well, special teams is all about setting the momentum for me.
Hey, that's right.
You got one job. hit the dude hard and set momentum.
As long as you stay in your lanes, right?
Just don't blindside hit or nothing like that. Make it clean. But
no penalties. That's right. That's right. Well, Aiden, at safety position, you're a 3-year starter, so you've seen some of our best defenses, honestly, arguably, ever. We've had some really good defenses, and you've been kind of, at the back of that defense. What's unique about this defense this year? We allowed 28 points all season in 6 games. So what's unique about this defense?
Well, we have a bunch of, I guess, people who haven't had their name called all year, and or I guess in the years before. Mm-hmm. But like last year, we had Lovelady, we had Tate, we had Ben, we had a bunch of big names that kind of got all the tackles. And this year, everybody being a first-time starter, them coming together and just being able to, form our own defense this year. And I think that's what's unique about us.
Yeah, I think that's a great answer because it's neat seeing these guys, like Cooper, who didn't play much last year, go right into middle linebacker, lead our team in tackles. You had a great night the other night, 11 tackles, forced fumble, big forced fumble there in the first half. So,
huge.
Yeah, it was huge and really kind of swung the momentum of that game. I talked to Coach Fitzhugh about that game, and we only had 7 minutes of possession in the first half. They had 17, but they only scored the one touchdown. So our defense,
felt like we were out there for forever.
Y'all were out there for forever. But that's something that we've seen this year is you guys are you'll bend a little bit on defense, but don't break. Once they get in the end zone or in the red zone, we get a takeaway or a big hit or a turnover on downs, and we've kind of seen that pattern with our defense. So it's a fun defense to watch. All right, Wyatt. So you're number 8. Right, and you wear the shoulder pads and the helmet, but we know there's more to you than just being a football player.
Yeah.
What do you like to do, and what other sports do you play?
Well, I love the golf.
Okay.
It's really fun. I really came into my own under that the past few years I've been at OCS. The coaching here has really helped me improve golfing-wise and even football-wise. When I came here for River Oaks, I was like barely anything, and then I improved through the weight program here and the coaching here. So, I'm really grateful for my opportunity here and all. Hobbies, I like to hunt.
Yeah.
I love hunting, duck hunting preferably. It's just fun to me.
Yeah, so that's not a bad hobby. I enjoy doing that too. So and I'm glad you mentioned that because you did transition to OCS from another school. And that transition, did it go pretty well?
It was shaky at first because I came in here only knowing one person, but they were very welcoming. I was welcomed right on in and fit in just fine.
All right, well, good. Well, Aiden, what about you? What do you like to do? What sports we got going on?
So I run track, and then hobbies, I guess, like White said, hunting, fishing. Just being outside, kind of. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right. Wyatt, I got a question for you. Okay, you came over here between your 9th and 10th grade year, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you when you came to OCS, you were a sophomore, so you've been out here several times for 3 years on Friday nights, whether you were playing or doing JV or even out here in the games this year. What's your favorite part about Friday nights?
Basically just hitting somebody. It's fun. Ain't nothing like it. I would take it back to the Southern Lab game, and it was a kickoff, and I ran down there and hit the brakes off of someone, and that felt amazing.
Oh yeah, and then you got called out on the live stream too for that.
Oh yeah, that was it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right, Aiden, what do you kind of seeing that defense? You got everything in sight. What do you hope to accomplish? You know your defense as well as anybody. What do you hope to accomplish this year, individually and as a team?
Well, as a team, first of all, come out, get better every day. Obviously, like we say, seize the day is our goal for the day, and then end goal, go to the Dome.
Yeah.
What else could you strive for? And then personally, I guess, since I've been kind of in the fire for 3 years behind all those people, I've learned from them, like Lovelady and Tate, like I said. Be a better leader, I guess. Come out. I've seen pretty much everything we're going to see. So be a leader and just help everybody else, line up like I'm supposed to do. And I think that's my main issue is just, step up, be a leader, be loud.
Yeah. Well, I think you're doing a great job of that, especially with the way you play. I mentioned that fumble the other night that you forced. I mean, they were down here at the 6-yard line, about to punch it in, and you knocked it out. All right. Last question. I'm going to let you guys get back to practice. So, Wyatt, senior year. Hope you're having a great senior year. You seem like you are. Do you have any plans for what's after graduation in May?
I don't know where I'm going to school yet. I just do know I want to do some type of industrial technician type stuff.
Okay.
Type stuff. I mean, like, it's really a variety of things I can do with that, and especially I know I'll be working at a plant, but I mean, hey, if it pays good, why not do it?
That's right. If it pays good, and if you learn how to work with your hands, that's invaluable. You can fix stuff around your own house. You don't have to pay somebody else. So, Aiden, what you got going on?
The plans go to Tech and get a construction management degree and use that somehow.
Oh, y'all going to have to start a business together. I do want to thank you guys for your time. I know you guys are defensive players only, so you're not missing too much right now, but maybe y'all can get out there and run some scout team-o and or something like that. I don't know, but we do want to thank you guys for your time.
Yes, sir.
Wish you the best of luck in this season and beyond. We'll be back here in just a minute to talk to Coach Fitzhugh again about the upcoming game against Beekman Charter. Good luck, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back, Eagle fans, to the McDonald's Week 7 Football Coaches Show. I'm here with Coach Stephen Fitzhugh again after he had to take a timeout to go tend to his team. Hey, duty calls, I get it, Coach. So, so they're about to get practice underway, go with their groupings by position. And I do want to talk about the Beekman Charter Tigers that are coming up. They are 0-3 in district, but it's kind of hard to tell a lot about that 0-3 because they've had about a difficult of a schedule to start off their district play as possible with Mangum, Faraday, and Oak Grove. So what can we expect from this Beekman Charter team?
Well, I tell you, they got great size. Offensively and defensively, they are going to be one of the biggest teams we have faced up to this point. They run the split back veer, just like Del High Charter did last week. And so that's gonna be a challenge for our defense once again is to try to get them off the field and not let them have time of possession like Del High Charter did. So they run it really efficient too. I mean, it's something to run the offense, but to do it well, they run it very smoothly in every phase of the veer option. And so that's going to be the challenge for our defense. Our offense needs to go out and execute because, again, size-wise, their offense, defensive line are some of the biggest that we've seen all year.
Okay. Do you see that presenting a challenge to our to our passing game or our running game? What do you think that a size on defensive line, what can that affect more? Is it the flow?
If they whip the guy in front of them,
it doesn't matter, does
it affects both of us, passing and rushing. And so, again, our guys are just going to have to do a good job of staying low and winning the trenches throughout the ball game. And so, again, I think our offensive line, Coach Moser's done a great job with them this year, gelling them together because, again, Micah is the only one who started last year and played every play of every game. The other four, Bo had some valuable experience last year, but Stacy rarely played. John Larkin did not play on the O-line at all. And Jackson Mann didn't get any reps. And so just real proud of how those guys have gelled together. And, again, Coach Mo's done a great job with them. He and Coach Sanford, they've worked those guys, and they're really working well together as a unit. They were real excited to be down there hitting our new sled. So, but again, that's a mentality. And so those guys know that regardless of who lines up across from them, that we've got to use the right technique and just keep getting after them play after play.
All right, so it seems like we've improved, with our offensive efficiency, our defensive kind of not formation, but rolling guys in and out. We've kind of figured that out. It seems like on defense, and it feels like we're climbing towards the right direction, and that's a good thing because this week we got Beekman Charter, but weeks 8, 9, and 10. We kind of face the teams that we've had circled from the beginning with Mangum, Verity, and Oak Grove. So obviously, I know you want to dedicate this week to preparing for Beekman Charter, but I feel like our team is improving each week, and that's going to be good for our stretch run.
Yeah, and that's our goal. That's what we talk about every week, regardless of who we play, whether we play a team that is undefeated or whether we play a team that hadn't won a game. We've got to do the things that are in our power to get better. And I think, again, as I just told our team, offense has not had a turnover in the last couple of weeks, no pre-snap penalties. And so, again, those are things, don't beat yourself. And so that's where you want to be going. Hard to believe we're talking about week 7 right now. Just here in a couple of days, be playing that ball game, and about to move into late October, November when the playoffs hit. It flies by.
Yeah. So this is kind of a big game. It's a road game. It's our next to last road game of the season. We're going to go over there on Friday night, make the trip over to Beekman Charter. Have you seen their facilities, Coach?
I have. They have a nice turf field they've had for a couple of years now, but yeah, very, very nice.
Yeah, they do have a nice field. We played elementary ball over there, and I do want to mention, if for anybody that watches, you may want to bring a chair because their visitor stands are not very big. There's plenty of room to kind of stand around the fence, so you may want to bring a chair this Friday night as the OCS Eagles take on the Beekman Charter Tigers. So we'll come back next week, Coach, and we'll talk about however this game went, and then look forward to Week 8 and a home game versus the 5-1 Mangum Dragons. So I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank McDonald's for sponsoring our weekly coaches show. Until next week, go Eagles.